Christmas in Dubai. I bet you're wondering what that even looks like. Well, the best part about living in Dubai is how diverse it is, meaning Christmas is pretty big here. And with the incredible weather December brings, I swear Dubai is the best spot in the world for the holiday season. So in saying that, Zach is actually spending his Christmas here with me, but something that might surprise you is Zach's mum has come all the way from Australia to spend Christmas with us here too. So come along for a week in my life during Christmas time in Dubai. Zach's mum has never been to Dubai, so we are so excited to show her what this city is really like. And what better way to start than taking her to the famous man-made island, the Palm. We are actually heading to the top of the View at the Palm, which is a 240-meter high building that has a full 360-degree view of the whole island. I always wondered if these coins would be cool to collect, but I also really don't know where I'd put them. Anyone else collect these souvenir coins? And if so, what are your plans with them? Also, if you remember, Zach's mum flew from Australia, which is a 14-hour overnight flight. So we were really trying our best to keep her awake, but fair enough, she was struggling. So we ended up calling it a day after our drive home because we actually have a huge day planned tomorrow. Dubai, you are really putting on a show for us this morning. And just so you know, I have never experienced fog in Dubai before, so I'm pretty glad we left early as we're driving just over 2 hours up to UAE's tallest mountain, Jebel Jais. Now, as spectacular as these mountains are, we aren't just up here for a casual drive or to check out the restaurant, but we have booked one of UAE's top thrill-seeking activities, the Jais flight, which in true UAE style is the longest zip line in the world, being 2,830 meters long. It also has us starting at 1,680 meters above sea level and going as fast as 160 kilometers per hour. Let's just say we were watching the safety video pretty intently. Okay, be honest. Do we look excited or scared? Because at this point, we didn't know quite what we were getting ourselves into. Being the longest zipline in the world, though, you'd probably imagine it to be a little bit different than your regular ziplining. Well, if you noticed, we are wearing these crazy apron-looking things because we are going down head first, Superman style. Now, we had quite a wait in front of us, which honestly was terrifying because you watch everyone go before you. But while you're in line, that's when they attach the final harnesses and double check you. And then right before you're hooked up is when you're weighed. We found out that they aim to make every person going down weigh 100 kilos. And this is so we all go the same speed. So if you weigh more, they add a small parachute to slow you down. And if you weigh less, they add weight bags to speed you up. Now, we did pay the extra money for the action cam, which they strap to the front of your helmet. You can also choose to have it facing you or the view. It made sense to let Zach's mum have the camera, but for her dignity, because we all know what those face angles look like, we chose to have it facing the view.
Oh my God! That was unreal.
I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous, and I've even skydived before, but I think watching all the people go again and again for so long before you just builds the suspense and nerves like crazy. But honestly, it really wasn't that bad. The view was incredible, but it didn't feel that fast at all. At the other end, you're caught and unharnessed, where you're sent on a second zip line, which you might be a little more familiar with. One funny thing though is if you don't make it all the way to the platform for whatever the reason, one of the workers has to come out and pull you in. It's not that bad, but I'm low-key glad I didn't have to do it. Zach and I have actually been up to Jebel Jais a few times now, but there was something so special being able to show his mum this crazy spot in the world. And not to mention doing the longest zip line in the world. Now that I've done it though, I'd say the build-up is way more scarier than the actual flight. So if you do find yourself coming to Dubai, definitely make the time to go up here, because Jebel Jais' mountains are so unique, and to be able to tick this crazy experience off your bucket list, it's pretty damn cool.
On the street, I'm just smiling big at everybody. 2 more blocks and I'll be...
Now this evening is pretty special, and definitely not the norm for Zach and I, as we are going out to dinner at a very expensive restaurant right out at the tip of the Western Crescent on the famous Palm Island. The reason we are going here tonight is because a good friend of Zach's is here in Dubai with his family and has invited us out to join them for dinner. It was kind of the perfect chance to show Zach's mum that crazy glamorous lifestyle in Dubai that I swear anyone who hasn't been to Dubai thinks we all live. This was also the perfect excuse to get dressed up. And whether it's for a fancy dinner here in Dubai or my adventures when I'm traveling, I wanted to show you something super important to me. And that's my jewelry. So this is where Idol comes in. They are making it affordable to own real diamonds and 14 karat solid gold jewelry. This means jewelry that actually lasts. I'm talking going through the shower, swimming, to the gym. You can wear it every single day and know you're wearing quality that won't discolor and has that forever sparkle we all dream about. The best part about Idol is all their diamonds are lab grown. And let me clear a few things up for those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about. These aren't fake diamonds, they're literally the exact same diamonds you find in the mines, but without the damage and so much cheaper. Also, all Idol's gold is 100% traceable, so you know it's ethically mined and certified green. Now, I'm sure you can see why Idol is my go-to jewelry, but they also have a concept I have never seen before. Right here, I have their medium-sized diamond studs. With this one pair of earrings as my base, I can then have different add-ons like this one called Ono to basically make endless combinations. So this modular design turns one piece of jewelry into many. It is such a good deal, you have to go check it out for yourself. The link is in my description below, and you can even use my code AmandaKing10 to get 10% off your order. What are you waiting for? Come join the Idol family with me, and I cannot wait to show you more of my Idol jewelry. But now that you know where I get my go-to jewelry from, let's go see why this restaurant is so damn fancy. Now, the 101 restaurant is deep inside a 5-star resort called One and Only. And if that wasn't special enough, Zach's friend has booked us all in the restaurant's private ocean-themed dining area, which has this insane floor display. I don't think I have ever had a dining experience like this, with all these little details that complement each other, and I really like how everything is glass or plastic, which I'm assuming is to make it so the only thing you're seeing is this crazy floor. Not gonna lie, I was a little worried they wouldn't have vegan options for Zach and I, but they also gave me the vibe that they'd cook whatever they could for us if not. Thankfully they did, and this was what we ordered.
Brother, nothing keeps me melancholy. Spread my wings, so damn ready to soar.
I will say though, the flavors were definitely on point. But for a place like this and the prices you pay, I really think they could have had a little more on the plate. Honestly, I don't know if anyone else feels the same, but I swear the more expensive the restaurant is, the smaller the food portions are. Surely I'm not the only one that feels this way. Or maybe I just love eating until I feel really full. I think in places like this, you're paying for the experience over the food. Because I mean, come on, how cool is this?
Can now be shared with you because you showed me the light.
Now, there is absolutely no rest days with Zach's mum here, so we are off to show her the dusty side of Dubai for sunrise. And by that, I mean a desert safari. If you didn't know, Dubai is famous for them. But with both Zach and I having done the big touristy ones before, we actually wanted to do something a little different. So we've booked a private tour with a smaller company called Modern Bedouin. Normally, the sunset tours are the most popular in Dubai, but if you've followed me for a while, you'll know I love a good sunrise. And what a way to start our day with this incredible picnic breakfast. But if you think this is cool, just wait till you see what we do next.
You're the new MC, you got the remix. Keep it on repeat, just let the beat kick. Everywhere you go, you bring the roof down. Everybody knows you got your own sound. So good, so fresh, just the way you like
Yeah, go for it, go for it, go for it, go for it. Just something crazy for mum. Yeah, do it. As much as you want, Saeed. Just have as much fun.
just the way you like it. So good, so fresh.
Okay, so you might think these are wild camels at first glance, but something crazy I found out is even though there are wild camels in the U.A.E desert, most of them actually belong to someone. Usually they just roam around free. I think it depends on the time of the year or maybe just during the day, but either way, it's really cool to just have them in what feels like the wild. Our driver actually knows the owner of these camels, so knew exactly where to go for us to get up close to them. And I personally think this is a much nicer experience than some of the other tours that offer rides on them. Now, sandboarding is kind of like snowboarding or kneeboarding for my water sport lovers, but feels way slower and kind of more tough to get momentum. It is included in pretty much any desert tour you book in Dubai, but something that I have never seen before is being towed behind a car on these boards. This reminds me so much of my childhood because I actually grew up on a dairy farm and my brothers and I would do this crazy thing where we would tow each other around in the paddocks with a knee board behind the four-wheelers. This was probably my favorite part of the whole morning. It was just so much fun and nostalgic for me, and the fact I haven't seen it anywhere else made it even more special. Now, you've probably seen these crazy long silk dresses be a thing for tourist photos, especially here in Dubai, and our tour did include this, but to be honest, it's not really my thing. I did, however, want to make sure Zach's mum got the full experience, and doesn't she look beautiful? Now, being a sunrise tour means we were done by mid-morning, so we had the rest of the day ahead of us. We decided to go to our favorite restaurant in Creek Harbour for a little reset before we were back on the road, actually in the opposite direction to the mountains we went yesterday, to go to the capital city of the U.A.E, Abu Dhabi. Now, the reason we are headed up here is to visit the famous Grand Mosque. It is the biggest mosque in the whole of the U.A.E and has over 6 million visitors a year. If you didn't know, when you do go to a mosque, you are required to cover your shoulders, knees, and for the women, your hair. If you didn't prepare for this, the Grand Mosque actually has a lot of shops at the entrance where you can buy something to cover up. Luckily though, Zach and I have been here once before, so we were well prepared. The Grand Mosque was actually one of the first mosques I'd ever been to, and it's so magnificent. It cost a crazy 2 billion dirham to build and took 12 years to complete. So I'm sure you can see why we wanted to take Zach's mum here, and also why so many tourists have it on their U.A.E bucket list.
I don't know how I ever survived without it. I'm starry-eyed. Got me upside down, spinning around you. Wanna taste the
probably gonna laugh at me, but one of the reasons I love living in Dubai Creek Harbour is we are right next to a mall called Festival City. It is nowhere near as big or as hectic as the Dubai Mall, so just makes it so easy for shopping or grabbing a dinner like we are tonight. Christmas Day, a day filled with excitement, love, and happiness, a day to think about your family and to give presents to the ones you love. That's why I love Christmas. And don't forget the excuse to get together and forget about how busy life can make you. Also, something I keep thinking about is when Zach and I do have kids, I feel like Christmas is going to come back to life. Because now we get to create those memories of pure excitement that you can't sleep the night before, the decorating, the lights, the Christmas cooking and smells, just all that pure happiness that surrounds Christmas. Not that it isn't exciting now, but as we sit here and eat croissants, which is actually a family tradition with Zach's mum for Christmas, I feel like Christmas time with kids around just makes it feel more real. So all I know is I want to make Christmas the most exciting day of the whole year for our kids. Now, if you're thinking I don't love Christmas, you are very wrong. I love Christmas, which is why I searched all over Dubai for the best Christmas brunch I could find. I wanted to feel the glitz and glamour of Dubai, but with as much Christmas decorations as I could find. And you can't forget amazing food. So I have booked us at the Palazzo Versace Dubai, a 5-star hotel inspired from a 16th century Italian palace, with, of course, Versace designs throughout. Now, if you didn't know, Dubai is renowned for brunches. And I'm not talking about the Aussie term for eating breakfast too late or having an early lunch. A brunch in Dubai is an all-you-can-eat buffet lunch, with this Christmas one going from 1 to 4 p.m. So 3 hours of eating all kinds of food, chatting and enjoying the beautiful Dubai weather. And also for those who drink never-ending cocktails or whatever drinks you feel like. Now, I did email the hotel before booking this brunch just to make sure they could accommodate vegan diets, because when you're paying this much for a brunch, you'd kind of hope they have food for you. But even if I didn't email, we would have been fine, as the staff were seriously so attentive, taking us around to show us what is in each dish, and the chefs even made multiple customized dishes. From sushi to pizza to sliders, they actually just kept bringing out so many options, I felt so bad we couldn't eat it all.
I don't need no fancy car. Promise me one small thing.
me, if I ate any more, I would probably vomit. This was by far the biggest buffet I had ever been to, and definitely the most beautiful.
You don't have to leave me boxes underneath that evergreen. Wrap yourself with bows and ribbons, that's the best gift for me. Every year on this day, I feel so alone. This time I'm with you, babe.
I'm sure you've been thinking, when are we going to show Zach's mum the famous Burj Khalifa? Well, tonight's the night. And this comes with the insane fountain show right at the base of it. It runs every 30 minutes from 6 to 10 p.m. every single night and can spray 83,000 liters of water in the air at one moment. It's literally insane. One of my favorite spots to watch the show from is actually up in the Nike store inside the Dubai Mall. And trust me, you'll want to remember this if you come to Dubai. Also, something that I have never thought about is the fact Christmas in Dubai is not a public holiday. So places like Dubai Mall and this Nike store are open just like normal the whole week. Today is Zach's mum's last day in Dubai, but there's still a few more things we really want to tick off with her. One of those is a place called Seef, which is also known as Old Dubai. It sits along the Dubai Creek and is a place where you can really appreciate how far Dubai has come. You also get to experience the Emirati heritage through these stunning markets and old-style buildings, all with a modern twist. This is also where you can catch a traditional boat over to the famous gold souk on the other side. Sadly, we didn't have time to do all of this today, but I'm so glad we got out here. I actually came to Old Dubai when I was in training college at Emirates. They take you here on a day excursion, which I think is so we fully understand and experience the heritage and culture of this new place we get to call home.
Shining brighter than the rain.
You might think we are crazy with how much we like to jam-pack our days, but I love being out and about, and especially when you have someone visiting and you just want to show them everything. So we're back at the Dubai Mall because there's actually a fountain show in the middle of the day at 1 and 1:30 p.m. The whole vibe and view is so different here during the day, and I think it's mostly because you don't have a million people crowded around you, but there's also no lights. In saying that though, I still think you need to see a daytime show as well, and just experience walking around when you can see absolutely everything in the daylight.
The sun is shining brighter, higher than the clouds that bring the rain. The sun is shining brighter, the sun is shining brighter than the rain.
Global Village. Maybe you remember this from my living in Dubai vlog, but it is one of my favorite things ever to do in Dubai. The colors, the culture, the food, it's just so much fun and a must do in Dubai. So of course, I had to take Zach's mum here. Zach didn't think it should make the to-do list, but he just doesn't like things that are ridiculously touristy, and I'm a sucker for them. So we met in the middle and went anyway. Plus, Zach's mum loved it. We really didn't have too much time before her flight, but I made sure it was enough time to get my favorite food here, the mango sticky rice. This one tastes exactly like the real deal and makes me so excited for my next trip to Thailand.
Save myself.
As our time comes to an end with Zach's mum, and even though it was pretty packed, we are so grateful she was able to fit it in with her time off work, and that it worked for both of us too. I really cherish these memories so much, and I'm hoping one day I'll be able to make these memories with my family too. I hope you loved seeing a little of what Christmas is like here in Dubai and maybe inspires you for your next holiday season. But as always, thank you so much for all the love and support. It means the absolute world to me, and I'll be seeing you again very soon.